I stuck around too long. They're putting me to work. Okay, one thing I realized, guys, living out in the country, I want to be private, but I'm standing on the road. As you can see, my house is right down there, and it's very high up off the ground. So what my solution is, I'm gonna put up a privacy fence, but I did not know how high to make it. So you can see over here, let me bring you up. I feel like I dug a hole. Been used to digging holes for trees, so I dug a hole and stuck a 7-foot post in, and then I put some caution tape around it. This here, under 5 foot tall, and then I ran it up. This is about 7 foot tall. So when I sat in my house looking out the window as cars drove by, I wanted to see if they were above this or below it. And this seems to be the magic number. And luckily my lot line is right on top of this nice, kind of a nice hill. So I'm able to get the benefit of as much height as possible. And now we're putting in a fence. It's about 350 foot long. And I'll take you down and show you guys. We're getting it started. I got this idea when I was out in South Dakota. It was a great looking steel fence. Adds tremendous privacy, but also looks beautiful. So let me know what you guys think of this. My fence guys, Tom and Clem, are getting started. They started putting some random posts around just to make sure that we are off the center line of the road. That's the magic number. I believe it's 32 feet. We're 33 foot off. So last thing we want to do is move our fence after we get it all installed. Again, we're going about 6 foot tall. Clem and Tom are down there. It's a father-son team putting this together. But the other day they were marking out, see these white lines? They had a white paint can. Our neighbors have a Great Pyrenees dog, and we've come to find out he's a thief. I caught him, stole these guys' paint can, took it across the road, and just the other night, the neighbors brought back 2 big garbage sacks full of shoes and towels that we had outside of our house because it's a mud mess. This dog stole all this stuff. Luckily, they brought it back, but what was nice about the neighbors, they cleaned all the towels, we got our laundry done. So I'm gonna start putting some of my shorts and t-shirts outside and let the dog take them home, and I'll get my laundry done for free. I went ahead and we're doing the 6 inches wide, 4 inches deep right here. So we're doing a 4x6 green treated post. These are 10 footers, so we have about 3 foot in the ground, plenty deep, but we want a lot of rigidity, there's the word I'm looking for, because when these big steel panels go on, it's going to catch a lot of wind. We don't want this thing coming down. Like the highway commission, there's a lot of guys standing around watching one guy dig. So after this one, you have about another 65 to go. 65 more posts, and that's not even all the fence.
Once it's on your shoulder, now you do.
So I stuck around too long. They're putting me to work. All right, so Clem says he's going to show me a trick on how you can find, what are we going to find? Power lines?
I believe this is the power line.
Power line. You can find water. Just with these 2 wires. So we just took, what are these? Are just these little flags you put in the ground. What do you do, Clem? Hold them loosely?
Nothing tight. You're not trying.
No, not squeezing. I'm just kind of keeping it from falling out of my hand, right? And so
just keep your arms steady. I kind of lock my shoulder, my elbow was into my side.
Just walk, and so it'll cross over when it finds a wire.
It should. Did when I did it.
It's going.
It's trying.
Does it cross completely over? Right there. Let me do it this way. So we know there's power lines in there somewhere. So if I hold this, am I bouncing too much?
Keep coming. They'll cross. You feel
There it goes. Right there.
It's getting a lot closer to where I was finding it.
So you can see this is where they show. Go ahead.
I'll blow your mind now.
Okay.
Power line should be how deep?
I think they'd go 3 foot.
That's what it should be, by
Right.
my recollection. So they just crossed right here.
Right there, yes.
Okay.
What happened there when you stomped?
I don't know.
You stomped 3 times,
Yeah,
and that tells you how deep it is, and it went back out.
it did.
Holy cow!
You're asking me questions. I don't know.
But
Just guys that showed me that over the years.
that's what it is. 3 foot deep is what they bury them.
That's what it should be. Yeah.
Heck, we don't need a locate guy. Those guys come out with spray cans. Wow, you guys got to try this at home. Look for your sprinkler to find water, power lines.
Just about anything you can. You almost, in my head, you got to kind of visualize what you're trying to find.
Okay.
The one I don't want anybody to know is you can actually find sprinkler lines with it. But I don't need my customers thinking that I'm going to go locate their sprinkler lines in their backyard.
Oh yeah,
'cause
so
it
they'll
would take all
take.
day.
Oh, you have to walk through and find them all
Yeah,
everywhere. So
yeah.
I've got a ton of sprinkler lines, but mine are all flagged. So
Most of the time, if you call in a locate, they're going to go to the meter
okay,
on the power
Yeah,
and the
and then-
gas to the meter. Well, anything outside of that is private. So that's where you got to do something like this or hire a locator. If you had a gas grill that's further into the backyard or something, you got a line or a shed that's got power to it. Somewhere there's power underground, but that's not going to get located by 811.
oh, because they're looking for the big power lines. They're
Yeah,
not the stuff that
just
my
the feed to the
electrician has run maybe someplace else too.
Right.
Interesting. Tip of the day. Look at that. That way it keeps you from digging holes and hurting yourself. But you still should call locate. You can find a well in your backyard or oil. Does it work to find oil?
I have yet to
I'm
find
gonna go
oil
look
or
for some
gold.
oil. I was not planning on offloading a semi. I don't have all that good of Bobcat experience, but I guess that's one way to learn is to get on the horse and do it. So they were giving me tips on how to get it off the trailer. So hopefully I was productive and didn't get in their way. All right, the sod's here. Ron's gonna, you let me ride in the truck with you, Ron? Yeah, come on in. Can you honk the horn? Yep. All right, I'm getting in. So I underestimated how much sod I need, so they brought in another truck. I don't think that's still not enough, so hopefully we'll find out by the end of the day. Remember, you guys got to let me know how many square feet of sod we're putting down. Okay, all the trucks are offloaded, and they even brought a smaller truck for sod. I don't know if that's enough, so I'm gonna go up there and find out if they need more help moving stuff around. But they've got a great eye for how much square footage of sod is needed, so I'm gonna go talk to them. Now, the big thing is we go that way, and then what we got left over, we go there. Yeah. Just think, this is what's left of one of those great big rolls of sod, and they've been filling this huge container is full of them. So I'm gonna get a count and find out how many square feet we got here. It's nice to finally have sod. It's looking awesome. They're just putting down the last couple of rolls. I had to have them go back and get a little more. This right here is what's inside a roll of that sod, and one roll of that sod that goes on that sod roller is 400 square feet. So here we go. We had 53 rolls at 400 square feet. That is 21,200 square feet. So that's a lot of yard. Most homes take about 4,000 to 5,000 square feet. Got a big yard to mow. I'm Brad the Builder. I really appreciate you guys watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next job site.